What's up guys, it's Chris from Irene Iron Fitness. If you're looking for a recipe that incorporates more greens, keep watching. Welcome back to another Healthy RV cooking show, and today I'm going to share a breakfast item with you that uses spinach. You can use spinach, kale, Swiss chard, or whatever greens you have around. And this is an excellent way to start your day with some power greens, get a high volume in, whether you're trying to get greens in specifically with breakfast or overall in your day. I love to use this for my breakfasts. And I'm also going to use some of these 5-spice pork sausages that I recently shared the recipe with you. And I'm going to show you how I incorporate these into a meal that comes together super quick and you feel good all day. Breakfast is so important to start your day off on the right foot. So let's get started. So start off with your plate of greens that you want to use. This is a huge mound of spinach. If you're not a salad person and you don't like chewing on raw greens, then try this out because wilting down your greens makes them shrink in size dramatically. And it's a little bit easier to eat. So if you're trying to get more in, start with this baby step. Just put these right into your skillet. I'm using a small 8-inch skillet because these do shrink down. And I'm going to be cooking in a couple of batches, which I often do with my single skillet meals. So get the greens in, and then I'm going to add some vinegar, just a teaspoon, to help steam these down. You could also just use a little bit of water. I usually end up doing a little bit of both. So once you have your liquid in the pan, you'll hear it sizzling. You want to stir it around so that the spinach will wilt down. I like to leave my spinach kind of halfway cooked, halfway raw, because I do like to leave some volume to my dish. The more you cook it down, the less volume, which it could be harder to feel full on. So find your desired wellness of your greens and pull it out of the pan. Before it starts to cook down though, I am going to add just a little salt and pepper to season the spinach. And while that's cooking, I'm just going to point out my pork patties that I have set aside. These were prepared previously. I pulled them out of the refrigerator a little bit early to help take the chill off. When you're reheating food, if you can get in the habit of just putting it on the countertop for 20-30 minutes or even 5 to 10 minutes, it makes a great difference on how quickly it will reheat without you drying it out. I also have some sauerkraut or kimchee, one or the other. This adds a very nice tang against your greens, and it pairs so nicely that it just cuts it down a little bit. This is called Lil Kimchee. I got it at Whole Foods, and it's kind of a hybrid of kimchi and sauerkraut. If you're shopping for sauerkraut, make sure you buy the live version that's in the refrigerated section. Don't get the kind that's on the shelf or in a can. It doesn't have the same benefits. You also don't want to put this into your pan when you're cooking because it can kill the nutrients and the enzymes that make it a probiotic. So I'm going to add this on top after I remove the spinach from the pan. If you have the fridge space though, don't waste your money on these little boutique jars. Go to Costco or Sam's Club and get a big container for the same price and you get a lot more bang for your buck. I don't have the fridge space for a large container, so this little guy is what I'm choosing. He's going to last me about 2 weeks in our tiny little fridge. So my spinach is already done. Look at how much that cooked down. Get that onto your plate. It doesn't look like much by the time you're done cooking it. Get your same pan back on, and we're gonna cook some eggs up to go on top. I'm gonna use just a little bit of non-stick spray. I like my eggs to be runny. I really like when the yolk oozes into the spinach. Next, I'm gonna salt and pepper my eggs. And I'm gonna put my patties right into the pan just to heat them through. And then if you're looking for a trick on how to get perfectly over easy eggs, just add a little bit of water to your pan surrounding the eggs. Put a lid over it. And that steam is going to go around the lid and cook the top of the eggs without you having to flip them over. And it really presents beautifully. Normally, I'll just do a quick flip on both sides to cook it without overcooking the yolk. But for a little trick for you guys, I wanted to show you a fancier way that can present really pretty on your dish. So you just want to keep an eye on the eggs, make sure they don't overcook. Give your sausage patties a flip halfway through. While that's cooking, take your kimchi or your sauerkraut and arrange it on your bed of greens. I'm gonna spread my greens out a bit because what you want to do is imagine the 2 eggs being placed on top. So make the size of your greens bed about the size to carry those 2 eggs. This is a super fast breakfast. Because I already have those sausage patties prepared, it saves a lot of time, and I love the theme of this dish. It's like an Asian inspired breakfast. That's why I chose to use the rice wine vinegar. You could also use an apple cider vinegar, or if you really aren't into the vinegars, just steam your spinach with some water like I already said. So let's flip the sausages. My eggs are already looking almost done, just another minute or so. I'm gonna pull them off, I'm gonna plate it, and then I'm just gonna top it with these black sesame seeds, which if you watch a lot of my shows, you know I love the sesame seeds. Just adds a little confetti. Think of it as a healthy sprinkle for your cake. My eggs are all the way cooked to the desired likeness that I prefer. And I'm gonna pull them off here and plate it up. Look at that, beautifully cooked eggs without flipping by using the water and the lid method. And then just arrange these sausage patties. And voila. How good does that look? Much better than a muffin or a Cliff Bar or anything, fill in the blank. Try to think of breakfast as another great opportunity to get in your lean protein and your vegetables, the basis of a perfect meal. So if you want my exact portions that I used on this, check out my blog, ironefitness.com. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching.